Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you're having a great day. If you've been watching Larry's Anything Goes programming, you know that we are not only providing great financial intelligence content as much as possible by interviewing other financial professionals, professionals in the travel industry, real estate industry, etc., and so forth, but we provide various services when it comes to specific products that we sell, from anything that you would actually find on Amazon or actually at Walmart, etc., and so forth. And we are actually providing specific products due to today's current crisis and whatnot to ensure that we provide the right services and products that you need at a reasonable price when it comes to medical face masks, when it comes to hand sanitizer, and when it comes to latex gloves and things of that nature, and etc., and so forth, toilet paper, paper towels. But we have what you need. Also, family, don't forget that Larry's Anything Goes is a part of an affiliate marketing network known as Gold Standard Partners, where you have the opportunity to buy cryptocurrency and allow others to invest with you as becoming an affiliate marketing partner. And obviously, if they purchase a package with the program, you're able to make money off their package purchases and make money off of their crypto purchases and things of that nature. If you want to join, please follow the links in the description, and I'll give you a call as soon as you sign up and purchase a package, and we'll go from there. But definitely, it's all about the best way to make money moves is to have currency with one another and to ensure that currency is always being spoken of on all levels, so it benefits everyone and not just one specific person. That's a lot of things that people forget about. So think about joining the program, and we'll be able to go from there. But if not, either way, it's always appreciated. And thank you for watching. And hopefully you guys have a great day and continuously make money moves so you don't live broke like a fool. Take care. As you can see, with our various products, we have our financial apparel. As you see, wearing There's Anything Goes t-shirt, financial intelligence is sexy, face masks, latex gloves, things of that nature, to obviously ensure the safety of you and your family all at the same time. We want to ensure that you get the best products and see the actual products that we're actually providing for you, and giving you another view of not only the shirts and the medical masks, but actually another view of actual latex gloves and the actual hand sanitizer. Because one thing we've learned throughout this unfortunate crisis is that we have to take more precautionary measures to ensure not only the safety for ourselves, but for our families. And having a great pair of hand sanitizers, latex gloves, and medical face masks will ensure that safety. And with all that being said, hopefully you guys will check out our online store. We have the various products that you see here. With a couple of clicks, especially if you're paying via PayPal, it makes life that much easier for you to purchase our various products, especially during this unfortunate situation. You see the apparel from Larry's Anything Goes. We have the medical products when it comes to hand sanitizer, latex gloves, medical face masks, things of that nature, and various other products. So please check out Larry's Anything Goes. Support small local businesses. We greatly appreciate it, and hopefully that you have a good day. How goes the family? How goes it? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hope you guys are having a great and exceptional evening. Won't be on too late tonight. It's been a great, beautiful day, but things. The show must go on. It must go on. It must go on. All right, now before I start talking about Ouija boards, I know people have the mixed feelings about what a Ouija board is and what it entails and things of that nature. Whatever your religious beliefs are or not, I'm not here to question any of that. I'm not here to question anything at all. I'm here to give perspective on things from economics aspect, because that's what I do here. Everything relates to money, and if you don't believe that, then the last time you got something to eat, unless somebody else paid for it, everything revolves around the money. All right, but anyways, I'm going to read from an article that talks about the Ouija board, and I'll go basically put my perspective into it in regards to how it's relating into today's world. Despite their long history as a hoax spiritualist device known as the Ouija board, turned hit toys, turned tools of the devil. Ouija boards won't actually put you in a contact with demons or spirits. I know this. I played it a lot as a kid. It was very interesting. Article states any scary firsthand reports people might have heard, read of real life Ouija boards, horror stories, are exaggerations, false claims, or misunderstandings of how Ouija boards actually work. Now, might be disappointing news if you are hosting a Halloween sleepover, but it also leaves you asking, how do Ouija boards actually work? And the answer is surprisingly simple. And I'm going to talk about how the boards work, and then I'm going to talk about how it relates to everyday life. All right. Anyways, so what Ouija actually means and how the game actually has changed. So Ouija boards rely on the power of your own body. If you've never used a Ouija board, the concept is pretty straightforward. With a group or you're by yourself, you place your hands lightly on a triangular pointer called a planchette. The planchette rests on the board itself, which has the words yes and no in its top corner is an alphabet in the center and the word goodbye at the bottom. The idea is to summon the spirit you want to communicate with, and they'll move the planchette around the board to spell out answers to the questions you ask until they or you finally say goodbye, and the spirits go back to wherever they came from. Now, that's leaving it at that. I'm not going to get into the other aspects of it because I'm just going to talk about how that actually relates to everyday life in today's world. Now, at the end of the day, more and more people are communicating online. I think it's a beautiful thing. More and more businesses are being set up online. I think it's a beautiful thing. More and more people are meeting each other from a relationship perspective, friendship perspective, networking perspective. Events are happening online, even though in today's world, things are opening up more. And there's still technology can never take away having that face to face time. I definitely agree with that in a big, 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 big way. But the best thing about any specific board games, but even in this one, you're trying to conjure up specific things that are, in a sense, a figment of one's imagination. The platform I'm on 30 years ago, this Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, StreamYard, just because that's what I'm utilizing to be able to be live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, were figments of people's imaginations. The fact that we are in the virtual reality. If you remember the old cartoon, The Jetsons, we are living in the Jetsons right now, and where everything is utilized from a technological standpoint. You have functioning robots that are basically maids, that are truck drivers, that do a lot of jobs and whatnot. Even now, we live in the era of the robots. Now, I'm saying this because brilliant minds meet together. Brilliant minds get together to discuss ideas and not events, possible future events, but not previous events and whatnot. It's an old quote that I've read. Average minds get together and to discuss people. Great minds discuss ideas and how implementation can take forward. Your Cash App, your PayPal, a lot of those great minds. I mean, heck, you look at Elon Musk. A lot of great minds actually were put together, implemented, and were able to move forward on various different levels. There was various amounts of tests that were done. Some were successful, some weren't. The ones that were successful, the ones that were marketable, those are the ones that were put forward and whatnot. So I implore everybody, in a sense, to get your own Ouija board in. And when I say get your own Ouija board, in, I implore everyone to be able to get together with people, to not only play specific games, but to be able to discuss more ideas and discuss implementation and stop with the hating nonsense all at the same time as well. Because too many people get used to hating on each other for no specific reason, and to me, that just leaves people in a detrimental state. It leaves unnecessary arguments, unnecessary fights, and then a lot of time being wasted and a lot of stupidity happening. And a lot of time, great example, I have a conversations with people on the various basis that half the times, unfortunately, it's like a waste of not only my time, it's a waste of their time. And I feel like I lose brain cells all at the same time. So I can't put it any other way. Had some notes that I wanted to talk about because the job market not only has changed, but we are at a state where we are at a point where people are going to lose their jobs because of their religious beliefs. People are going to lose their jobs because of their principles. And you got the I'm not going to say the word, but you got the antidoted and the unantidoted. That's the best way to put it. This is because I know if I talk about it, my channel might get flagged or something to that effect. And you got everybody versus everybody, and the whole divide between it's just like does it ever just come back to I respect your opinion and move forward? Like when are adults going to be adults again? When they make adults great again? Forget the other nonsense. Throw the political nonsense out of the freaking ringer. Make adults great again to they where adults can have intellectual discussions, disagree with each other, and the whole world doesn't crumble down and whatnot with everybody getting in their feelings and emotions for no freaking reason. All right. Because people are or people have lost their jobs because they decide to not take an antidote. More and more companies and governments and whatnot, organizations are ensuring people take specific antidotes, comply with specific rules and regulations. And I'm not even mad at that because at the end of the day, I said this a year ago and I'm going to say it again. We told you to start getting serious about making passive income one way or the other. We told people to get serious. When I say we, I'm talking about the us that are on content creators on all levels that have been spewing it loud and proud of figuring out how to make money in the stock market, in the real estate, buying into a franchise. The list goes on, creating your own business. The list goes on and on. And now people are eating crow because they're upset because their employers are requiring them to get specific things done that they goes against their principles, goes against their values, goes against their religion and whatnot. But if the mindset a couple of years ago was on, well, let me turn my job into an option, you wouldn't even have to have this conversation. You wouldn't be going on unemployment. You wouldn't be having to look for another job. You wouldn't be at home, possibly losing your house because you have a job. Like I said, if you have in today's world, if you have a job and no other options outside of that job, then you are in the category of job, just over broke. But if you have a job and you're smart about your money and you turn your job into an option because you love your job, then it's a beautiful thing. Because when your job starts tripping, you'd be like, well, you know what? I'm going to find another one. And here's my 2 weeks notice. Thank you for the opportunity. And you move forward because you put yourself in position economically to turn your job into an option. Anything wrong with having a job? Absolutely not. But we're living in times where a lot of people are upset because certain things goes against their principles. Well, when you have economic options, you know, your principles don't have to get put into questions. I'll leave it at that. Like I said, I'm not taking either side. If an employer says you have to do something, you got to do it. As long as it's not killing anybody, you got to do it. So I'm not mad at that. You work for somebody, you got to comply with their rules and regulations. Working for an employer is like stepping in somebody's house. You got to respect the rules. It is what it is. Uncertainty is becoming the new norm in today's world. We all know that. We're going into 2022. A lot of us don't know what the new year is going to look like from a multitude of perspectives. And it's if you don't have your ducks in a row, and you're not trying to get your ducks in a row from the health to your wealth, then I advise you to and implore you all to start doing it ASAP and have your own clique that's about uplifting and growth and not just about laughing and joking and having fun. That's all I got to say on that one. People are scared to talk about a lot of topics nowadays because they may lose their jobs or they may lose access to capital or they may even lose their channels. These are interesting times we're living in, And if you're not a part of a spirit on whatever level you want to call it, but I'm talking about the spirit of of being a part of teams. Even, hey, I'm good with this, I'm a big introvert, but being a part of groups and teams and whatnot that are about uplifting each other so that you can uplift others on all levels, from spiritual level to the financial level to the health level, then you might be jeopardizing not only yourself and your security, but the security of your families of today and your family of tomorrow. Think about the future. Employers are lacking enough employees in order to operate and have, and implement more people. Basically, I've told you a couple of weeks ago how a lot of companies are implementing sign-on bonuses just so people can come work for them. They're expediting training and things of that nature because they just don't have enough people that want to work for them. Very interesting times we're living in, family. Very interesting times we're living in. But one of the upsides is to that is, hey, a lot of people are able to negotiate a salary a lot more because, hey, a lot of people got that taste of freedom. They don't want to go back to work. They don't want to go back to making money the 9 to 5 route. The lack of respect is running on high, and the news media is always doing a great job when it comes to a multitude of decisions that have to be made. The real big question is, when will we ever get back to some normalcy? Because if people don't realize it now, even though this year is almost over, where we're going in October already, you still have a lot of people with a mindset, with a mindset that they still want life to go back to the way life was in 2019. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. 2019 is never coming back. And the only way, and when I say it's never coming back, it's just like because the threat is still out there, regardless of the situation. I don't care what state or country you live in. The threat is still out there and it's still on high. The job market, the economy is changing and whatnot. Everyone's perspective and how to look at work and family and everything is changing in a big way. So we can never go back to the way things were, no matter who's sitting in the White House, State House, or the mayor's house. It's just what it is. The world has changed. We have to adapt and overcome, as the Marines would say, and go from there. Okay. We had no choice. We did it, and we're going to keep on adapting, and we're going to keep on learning, and we're going to keep on turning as the world turns. Okay. Some will adapt, some will perish. At this point, there's nothing to be embarrassed about because it's just a reality that we all have to accept, and it is what it is. But I just implore everybody to not only think outside of the economic box, but think outside of the health box. Think outside of the people that you are constantly associated with. If you believe in the fellowship process of being around a good chunk of people, let those people be the ones that uplift you and bring you up to a higher elevation of not only thought, higher elevation of health, higher elevation of wealth, and who you associate with matters and whatnot. So conjure up those kind of spirits and whatnot, because if you do not, it just makes it easier for people to trample on you. You know what I mean? And I can't put it any other way. But on that note, family, I'm calling it tonight. It is late, and it's been a good long day. I hope to see you guys. I might be going live again tomorrow. Houston, Texas, I will be back there next week. Discuss business. A friend of mine is opening up a gas station, him and his wife. Love to see people making business money moves. And hey, I'm going to have a conversation with them and learn the ins and outs of what it's like to not only open up a gas station, but run a gas station. You need to be among people that are talking business, family. I can't put it any other way. You know what I mean? So Houston, Texas, show me Larry's Anything Goes some love. We'll be out there. We'll be going live out there. We'll be connecting with the entrepreneurs out there. Can't wait to check out the Turkey Leg once again. We'll check out Alfredo's restaurant. It's all on the same strip in this historically African-American area in the Houston, Texas area. So, hey, Houston, Texas, I'm coming. I will see you when I see you. On that note, family, as I always say, make money moves or you're going to live, bro, like a fool. Take care, family.